Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, 180.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready, break.
53 blood. Check 53 blood. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Check 9, check 9.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason. This one hauled in by Sample. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check your heart rate.
2nd and 6. And his throw here's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Let's bring it.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming. Check it back, check it back. Big dance. Come.
Beat them.
Operating from the gun. Eason, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
Ready?
Now Joe Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And that is incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
He's not going to get me. Get it.
From the gun, Eason. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
King.
Mayfield on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone. As the field judge, it's ruled incomplete. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Mayfield to throw it. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Set, 180. 98 to Mike. Who that? Who that? Tighten up, tighten up. Tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. Green brings it in. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
50, plant. 6-6, pull it high.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Check. Lucky.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58, boy, 58, Mike. It's a party now. No. Whip. Watch the whip.
Go.
To throw again. Eason. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the ship. Hard. Watch the ship. Let's go.
From the gun, Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Regular.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, D.
5.
57.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that.
Mayfield down. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Eason. He's got Green. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Operating from the gun. Eason escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Schobert. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Looking to throw. Eason under pressure again, and down he goes again. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Throwing on third and long. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Single, single. Single,
34. Eyes on 34.
Mayfield. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
36. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Down. 70. Indy. 53.
65. 65.
Look at me. Zipper. 53's a must. Down.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. On third down, Mixon. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield now from the 50. Open man is Higgins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go! 50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing again. Eason. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
58 to Mike.
Don't get nervous.
Shoot. Alert flare.
From the gun, Eason into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 14-yard touchdown. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard
Go,
line.
50, plant. Check. Stand.
Crouch.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180.
57. We got to get the...
Hey, alert. Done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Let's go.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Alert. X3. 218. Chopper.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bengals and Browns, this is one of our final few NFL 100 series games. And speaking of series, the 92nd meeting between these two teams. The Bengals holding the 50-41 all-time edge. Last year, the Browns won both games, one in November, then again on December 23rd. And both of these franchises founded by Coach Paul Brown, who, of course, the Browns are named after. But then he would later go downstate to help found the Bengals in May of 1967. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
the Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, seam 6. Get it.
To throw again. Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holidays. Season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Back. Joker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And a give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Hey, on 133.
Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Throwing here, Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Dobbs. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 40. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Dobbs to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I'm coming after you. 53 for Mike. Check right, check right. Under 10, under 10, 10. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm on.
On third down, Dobbs. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Dobbs keeps himself, and the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Throwing on third and long. Dobbs. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. interception, Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gill. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 31, check 31.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing, Mayfield. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
We got this.
Now let's see who this is on. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Silver, silver.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Right here, right here. What?
Back to the air on 2nd down. Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Finding Green, complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
On 4th down. Dobbs. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah.